Hello there, everybody. This is Seawalt the Platinum One here, and welcome to Let's Play Kirby's Dream Collection? No, this is not the LP. No, I wouldn't yeah that. Kirby's Dream Collection is just the thing I'm going to be using for this particular LP because, well, this is a compilation game. And the game I'm going to be LPing for you guys is on this very compilation. So, let's get started, and epic transition time. Alright everybody, this is the real game, Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. This is a very interesting Kirby game, if I do say so myself. Well, you'll see why it's very interesting later. Anyway, let's see. What do I want to do for settings? Yeah, I probably want to change it to display too, because I like that display. Yeah. Anyway, at the end of the LP, I'll get into what all the options are. Because, as you can tell, I 100%ed this game twice. But anyway, let's get started. And yes, I know how to use Kirby's copy ability. Blah, blah, blah. Hey! Don't you just hate games that do that? Seriously? So yeah, we just met our first friend who will accompany us on our journey, Ribbon the Fairy. So yeah, this game pretty much acts like any standard old Kirby game. Basically, you play it like a 2D Kirby game. You run, you jump, you suck up enemies, and you spit out the enemies. And of course, just like in Kirby's Adventure, you can copy the abilities at this stuff. However, since this Kirby game is actually very, very interesting. Why is it interesting? Because, well, since I'm using the Wiimote controls, when you press A and press the 1 button to throw your ability back at the enemy, you could actually combine the abilities. Like, Needle and Fire make all these fire arrows and junk. It's really quite the interesting experimental Kirby game, in terms of copy abilities and such. So yeah. Anyway, this game was released in 2000, pretty much near the end of the N64 lifespan and everything. But still, it may be short, but it's pretty much a short Kirby game. Well, not that Kirby games are relatively long though, but I'd say it's one of the more shorter Kirby games. But it's still a relatively fun game. It's fun. It is. I'm probably doing a crap job explaining, but yeah. Anyway, since this is the Dream Collection version, I'm using the Wiimote controls here. You basically hold the Wiimote sideways, blah. You press the 1 button to attack, you press the 2 button to jump, you press A to get rid of your copy abilities, and you press 1 to throw it back at him, and such. So let's see. But yeah, as the story implies, in terms of story, this is the last of the so-called Kirby's Dark Matter trilogy, where Kirby has been facing this sort of enemy since Dreamland 2 and Dreamland 3, and in 64, this is the last installment of this trilogy per se. Since Kirby is basically defeating the ruler of all evil, essentially. Yeah. But I have played Dreamland 2 before, so I know some of the trilogy stuff, but as for Dreamland 3, I'm kinda lost on there, but I basically know that the Dark Matter trilogy basically involves, like, Kirby defending Dreamland against basically the ruler of all evil, like this guy right here. Yeah, that's Dark Matter. And he's about to get that innocent Waddle Dee. Aww. And we're just strolling along on a merry little way, and he's like, hey, what's up? And then, oh noes, he made one eye! So get ready, guys, the hardest boss in the game. Already. Nah, Waddle Doo is not that hard. Just basically just hit him. Pretty much like any boss in any Kirby game, all you have to do is just spam your attack. Basically, simple as that. If you're normal Kirby, then you could just spit his little star things back at him. But anyway, I should really get to explain. These crystal shards right here are your main collectibles of the game. If you want to get to... well, spoiler. Well, that would be a spoiler, but it's basically relatively important that we have to get every single crystal shard. Because there are two endings to this game. The ending where you have all the crystal shards, and the ending where you don't have all the crystal shards. I will show off the quote-unquote bad ending later, but it's important that we have to get all of these as much as we can. So anyway, at the end of each level, you'll be given some sort of game right here, where you have to time your jump just right in order to get some of these prizes here. Like right there. That right there is an enemy info card. I will show those off in the eventual bonus episode that I have after the LP is over. But anyway, now let's move on to the next level, 1-2. World 1-2 is essentially your power-up station here. You can basically get any power you want. You could get Cutter, you could get Rock, you could get Fire, you could get, Ice, Spark, Needle, whatever. Just whatever power-up you need, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. We don't even need any power-ups in order to get past here, in order to get any specific crystal shards, because later on, some of the crystal stars get kind of annoying to get. Particularly with the particular power that you need, or a power combination that you need. So over here we got Bomb and Rock. This thing can cause dynamite, basically. And what you have to do to avoid the huge-ass blast radius that this thing has is by crouching down. Kirby will get a little hard hat. Of cuteness. I like that little detail that it has right there. Again, like I said, this is probably the most experimental Kirby game in terms of power. Ow! In terms of combinations that you could possibly get. And I did play this game as a kid, and I've 100%ed it recently, so... I mean, it's not like I was running out of ideas for any games or anything, and I just wanted to branch out even more, jeez. But anyway, here we have Spark right here. Spark is a relatively famous ability in the Kirby series, but what I like is the combination that goes along with this. Spark and Ice. Check this out. We are Refrigerator Kirby. Yeah, seriously, you should try out like some of these combinations. It's just very interesting to see what combinations you could possibly get from all of this. Truly is a nice experimental game that we have going on here. So anyway, Waddle Dee will help us out here. And stuff. So let's get these stars. These stars will count up at the bottom of the screen right there. If you get enough stars, then you'll get a free 1-up, so that's good. Anyway, jump down here and you'll get a crystal shard right there. About Kirby's flight ability here. Kirby, unlike most Kirby games, Kirby can't fly infinitely. So he's eventually going to run out of breath. This is the only Kirby game that I know of that does this. So, it's relatively, I wouldn't say, like, not useful, but hey. Oh yeah, also another thing about Spark and Ice. You can actually get the food items that you spit out. That's a nice little touch that they had right there. It really is neat. But anyway, we got another mini-boss coming up here. This dude, whatever. I don't know the official names of these guys. Great job! Great job, Charlie. You really did organize well for this LP. Then again, I wouldn't know any of the Kirby enemies in general, but it's... yeah. Anyway, we have this guy, girl, whatever, Adeline. She is an artist, as she is always drawing paintings, or he, she, it is always drawing... I think it's a girl, actually. And, oh noes! Now she's going to possess evil! Bleh! Oh god! Oh god! That's... if that isn't a rape face, I don't know what is. But anyway, ow. Ugh. Don't you just hate that, how that happens? So anyway, for this mini-boss right here, we have to basically defeat all the enemies Adeline spawns out of her drawings. Now, I don't know if Adeline appeared in any previous Kirby games. And look at that, she's drawing a censored thing, like a pixelated thing. You know, like those things on cops where they like pixel out the dude's face or whatever, or like the criminal's face or something like that. I always figured like in more recent times, maybe it's my perverted mind, but it's probably something weird. Okay. So anyway, she's gonna draw a picture of dark matter right here. And we basically just have to spam. Just spam. Spamming is all we do in Kirby games. And it carries over from all other such nonsense. And for one final desperate attack, she's just gonna do that, and we only have to hit her once, and that's it. So yeah. We got another crystal shard from that, and another mini-boss done. Now she's going to offer her skills to us. Hooray, we could use another girl. And Waddle Dee is just like, hell yeah. Anyway, we got another mini-game right here. I did get most of the enemy info cards in, like, another file right here. In another file, like my second file. So I'm probably going to show those off. But now it's time for Stage 1-3. Now, in terms of the LP itself, I'm probably just gonna have a time limit on most of the LPs. Like, I'll do like 2 or 3 levels per video since this is a relatively short game. It's just that the first world I want to get through with it. I just want to get through with it quickly. By the way, we're going to need a double cutter for this. Damn it. You'll see later that getting power-ups is kind of getting will get kind of sort of frustrating, and you really have to be good at the game in order to like get all the crystal shards in like your first run through. So yeah, we got I presume this is Castle DDD, but I'm not sure. Yeah, spoiler alert, King DDD is in this game. Who'd have thunk? And he's actually voiced by Mashiro Sakurai, who would eventually do the voice again for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So that's a bit of interesting trivia. And also another thing about the voice actors, interestingly, there are only 2 voice actors in this game. One is Kirby's voice actor. I think it's, Mahito blah blah blah, or Tana blah. I don't really know the name. I'll put up the name on screen. And Mashiro Sakurai. So, yeah. Yeah, there are only 2 voice actors in this game. I mean, it's not surprising as New Super Mario Brothers with how little they voice. In fact, I think they borrow the voice. I think they borrow voice clips actually. I'm not really too sure about that. But anyway, for this Crystal Shard, we need double cutter for this. So that's basically going to give us the spiked boomerang ability. And this ability is going to get useful. Just trust us. Anyway, based on your health, Adeline will either give you a Maximum Tomato, which will restore you to full health, or a 1-up should you have full health. But yeah, I'm going back to the voice actor thing. Oh, geez, the Crystal Shard, I forgot it. For the voice actors, for the voice actor for Kirby, this is actually not her first time voicing Kirby. This is actually her second time voicing Kirby. Her first time was in Super Smash Bros., which came out earlier. And she's been doing the voice of Kirby ever since. She's been doing it for subsequent Kirby appearances, including the anime Hoshi no Kabi, or Kirby of the Stars, or Kirby Right Back at You for the English-speaking countries. Anyway, let's go up. This level is almost over, so no really need to drag this out for any longer. You can go on these chains if you want to, but I don't really think there's anything too interesting. Yeah, anyway, on to the outside, and we're running out of breath. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we ran out of breath really easily, yeah. Apparently Kirby's gotten so fat that... yeah. And then DD's just like, nope, you ain't getting this. And get used to that face, by the way. You're gonna see that face a lot. Oh no, it's that dude with the one eye. And he's turned DDD evil! Evil! I miss you, old Mermaid Man voice. I don't care what anyone... I don't care if the current voice actor for you does better. So yeah, King DDD. He's really not that tough, but I will drag this second phase out for a little bit longer. Basically, he's going to fly, like so. And he's probably going to shoot something. Yeah, he's going to have a mouth in his belly. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. He's been possessed. And oh jeez. And wow. I know, it's been forever since I played this game, and I don't really remember that much in terms of special stuff, but hey! Fatty! Get out of the way! Okay, whatever, we beat him, and that's all that matters. And thus begins DDD's transformation to being a relatively good guy in the Kirby series. Always thought to be a bad guy, but he's not such a bad guy, per se. Anyway, you never thought you'd see this coming. Wispy Woods, the first boss in a Kirby game. Well, Kirby's Epic Yarn broke this norm, but anyway. Wispy Woods is dealt with somewhat differently here. Basically, he's gonna have all these Wispy Juniors to deal with, and you first have to deal with them before you can deal with Wispy Woods himself. I will give this game credit though. This is probably the most unique Wispy Woods battle, since it's basically done in a 3D environment. Yeah, I know, and I pretty much know Wispy Woods is relatively different per game in every game that he's in as a boss. Like, I know in Return to Dreamland he grows big in the second phase. And, I don't really remember last time I checked in Kirby's Epic Yarn where he's a boss or not, but yeah, he's not that hard, and I should probably get rid of this ability right now. Simply because I don't want to be too cheap with it in the future. But yeah, Wispy Woods has a sad face. Aww. And here's our first major crystal shard. And you can tell that clip was from Super Smash Bros. 64. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much the first world. Now, I'm probably going to have some limit on future videos, though, like 2 or 3 levels per video. Well, depending on the time, at least. But if not, if all else fails, then I'm probably just going to do like 15 to 17 minutes per video, per se. So yeah, that'll about do it for this first episode of Kirby 64. So we are going to stop this episode here. Next time on Let's Play Kirby 64, we are going to go to the second world of the game, Rockstar. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and Casper, so I get out of my face. Bye.